crazy world. You've arrived at, that's a pretty crazy idea. And me, I'm John. Okay, I am going to
not get me in the picture.
not get you in the picture. Don't worry, I won't get you in the picture.
Okay. I don't want that. I don't want that.
Okay, so what you can do is you can hold the camera.
Oh, are we talking again?
I'm going to be talking, yes.
I'll try not to breathe.
Okay. You don't have to get me in the picture. I haven't got my hair done or anything, right? So to get this folded, we've already glued the leather onto the aluminum. We used the contact cement that came from Tandy. Then, to get these edges folded over, we scored it twice heavily with a screwdriver, and then we took my cold
Chisel?
no, it's not chisel, it's a punch. It's a marker anyways for steel. And then we scribed it from that to give it a little bit of a 45 where the scribe is. Then what you have to do is you come along, a little bit of water, and you don't want to get too much water on, and you just want to stroke it on, get it fully wet, and that will break it up a bit. If you put too much on, it will bleed through to the other side, and what you end up with is, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, maybe you need to make a light here, but you end up with a discoloration between the two.
Yeah.
If you can see that, there's a discoloration line there. That's if you put too much on. So what we're trying to do is not get that. So with just one or two light waterings, it breaks the leather up a bit and makes it softer. And then you're good to go to start folding it. Now, when we started folding it, the first thing we do is we just took it and we stand it on the end like that. And then we start bringing it further over, and then we use a little plastic, this just happens to be a blade holder, and then we start going like this and bringing the fold in further and further until we go flat like that. And then after that, we start taking the roller and we try to push it down and just get it rolled without opening up the seam at all. And that seems to work. You got to put some pressure on this though. This is not like something you're just gonna do with no muscles. No, you're gonna need your muscles. Okay, and then that, just like that, and then what we have to do is use a piece of wood, nice straight edge. Because we just want to take off the plastic on the back where we're going to glue. Cut around here, slice in. Slice just through the plastic. Did I even show that one? So, yeah, there we go. And then that just peels away the plastic. Whoops. And maybe I didn't get it through very good down here. Okay. No, I didn't get it through down here properly. Not a big deal.
And why are you doing this?
is so that when we put the epoxy cement to glue these edges down, we don't get it on all here.
Okay.
And then we can just peel that back and get a nice aluminum finish. Okay, so that's got that part done. Now we're just going to do all the edges. And you'll see the finish. Okay. Let me just hit that button.
What disappeared in here? It's a shit thing here.
This is just dyeing the edges of the leather to make them the same color as the face. Don't spill it, Lynn. Don't spill it. As you can see, this is the spill right here, the area of the disaster where I lost most of my oil dye. How many bottles did I have to buy of oil dye for you, Lynn?
Too many.
And so yeah, we're just using a piece of cloth on a piece of paintbrush, the tip of the paintbrush, and just going across. Because if you put dye over the area that you've already dyed, it will darken it up even further. So you kind of want to do this in fairly carefully. And you got to do all the little nooks and crannies, otherwise you're going to see the brown. Okay, the next part of the process, we've dyed all the edges on this one. And the next part of the process is we trim back plastic on the back of the aluminum this wide so that we can put epoxy on here. But before we do that, because the aluminum is so smooth, you have to roughen it up with a bit of sandpaper and just scratch it up so that the epoxy has something to grab onto. So it's not easy when you're holding a camera, but that's the way it is. Okay. That's all you got to do, and then you're ready to put the epoxy on all the exposed areas and put the epoxy on the leather, and it's a two-part epoxy, so it's a stick down, and yeah, then just glue it down. Okay, now we're down to the final stage. We're just going to use the contact cement and put it on here, then put it on here, wait for it to dry so we can tack it down, and then we're going to keep it compressed overnight with some weights, and yeah, that'll be about it. So let's do the two sides first, eh? Okay, the intrepid Linny Poo is going to be doing the cementing.
Brush is a perfect width.
Remember, don't make it excess. It's flat, 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 flat.
Yeah, yeah.
Guess I could actually put you in the picture there.
No, I don't know.
I mean your hands. I was shooting down here.
You don't need to put me in the picture, really. My time's gone. I'm not allowed to be a movie star.
And here's the back of Linny Poo's head. She doesn't like being in pictures.
I see the big glove.
Okay, spin her around, do the other side, I would say, eh?
Yep.
a minute to dry. Oh, look at that. You're staying within where you're supposed to. Professional.
Sure. Oh,
the reason I say that is because we're only doing the two sides right now, just to try and keep it manageable. If we tried to do the bottom, the sides, the top, we'd probably just muck it up real bad.
Not us.
No. How many mistakes have we made so far on doing this? I bet you 4 or 5 big ones.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. It was one really, really big one.
I did it. It's all my fault. I got big shoulders. I can handle it.
And you're paying for it too, eh?
Yeah, I got all the fumes. I feel so good now, John.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. Few less brain cells. Come back tomorrow. Yay! I should say that. It is very, very extremely smelly stuff. Well, ventilation is definitely a must.
Oh, come on, you like getting high from
Oh, yeah. There we go. I think we're there.
Okay, there we go. Start pushing. I'm letting her do all of it by herself. There you go. Wow, what a girl. What a girl.
Oh, I thought you said that it brings a raise when you do a good job. Oh, a raise. Yeah.
I'll raise you with my foot up your ass. How's that for a raise?
Oh my God. Well, that definitely raised me up. I don't know about what I'm looking for, that's for sure. This stuff sticks down awesome. It's already sticking down.
Do you want to use the scraper on it? Or not that? Yeah, that sucker. Yeah, we found that this little plastic box to be excellent for what we're doing on this stuff.
Okay, we better get at it. You want to do your side? You want to turn it off?
All right, no, you keep going.
Okay.
I got great confidence in you, Lynn.
That's awesome.
Just remember, this is my brother's one. Okay, I can hold it for you, though.
Oh, why, thank you, sir.
I know, I was being pretty awesome.
I know. You were trying to do what I was doing.
What? He thinks with his head. Oh, my God.
It's usually the wrong one, though. We know how that works here. There we go. Okay, so, again, have to be quick, at least lickety-split on this. Really. Okay, this and this is getting done at the same time, so I need your...
Okay, I'm going to turn this off now because we've shown them. Okay, we found it necessary to compress them, so we put them in some blocker woods. A little bit of weight on the top, and hopefully the contact cement will work.
On.
The reason we're doing all this is because we found that because this is so narrow, they're lifting. So we're going to have to stitch through this area and through this area. These are fine because of the width, so they glued down nice. But this area here and this area here didn't work quite as well as we had hoped. Okay. if we can do that, we're gonna have to just mark it on the metal. Okay, this was off 2. I can stop now.
There.
I'm not gonna get your big fat belly in there.
Ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
What if we're off the line a little bit?
Well, no, I done that deliberately because I wanted to pull it further over.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that line was too far up. Okay, let's check out the other side. See what it looks like and make sure we're doing it right. Let's see if the needle goes through. Here's the needle. Oh, you got one over there?
Pretty tight. We need to do the next size.
Okay, next size then, that's what we need.
Okay, there's
And I'm going to try it.
I think I just left it. I think it should be good, right?
Okay, just try it. Try it from the other side though.
It's better, I can tell.
Yeah, there we
that's
go.
it. Okay, so you can.
Okay, so the first drill was a bit small, so we had to resize the drill a bit. And now we're good. Okay, so I'm going to start laying out the second one. And
You want me to stop this?
No, I'm just. Doesn't matter if that's going at the back now. Okay, so I'm going to start laying out the large one, which we're doing differently. And I'm not going to mark it on the front because although the green, this pen does come off, it's not as nice as they like to make out. So I'm going to, I laid out my first 2 lines. And yeah, we're just going to go around this and lay it out and get it done. When I'm doing my punching, there are different materials, but we found that a good way to punch is just to put another cut off piece of leather under the part that you're punching, and then it works just fine. You can get different blocks from Tandy, but this works great. Okay, we had a slight mistake here, and just so that you guys don't do the same thing, what we did was we marked out the back side for the holes, and then we tried drilling these holes. We marked them out on the back here, tried drilling them, but because the drill is drilling on aluminum, it'll wander. So what you really need to do is turn it over like this. After you get to the end hole that you've got, just use your punch and then line it up. You can see just how wrong it went just here versus what this side will look like, which is going to straighten it up and here. So just a thing not to do. Try this and you do it once and you go, okay, I got to do that different. That's just the way she works out. So this is the big one. I contacted it cement to the aluminum. We had originally got blue tape all around here. I've already removed it all. Still got this piece to remove. Now we got to contact cement the backer piece onto that, and then we got to punch all around, way around the outside and thread it and sew it together. Okay. what we're doing is we're crazy gluing the end because we don't want a huge knot there, raising it up off the back of the aluminum. Yep. Okay, what we're doing is we're just lining this up around the edges. So that we can cut the plastic. So that we don't, doesn't matter if the glue goes on the plastic, but don't want it on the board if it's all possible. And then we got one more edge to do. Okay. Oops. Okay, there we go. And we just get to peel back the finished plastic and oh, that's good. After this, we have to sand it down to scratch up the finish so that the glue will stick to it. Otherwise, it won't stick very good to the aluminum. Let's take it this way. There we go. So we leave this plastic here. I'm going to put the contact cement on this outside border. Okay.
That's a wrap. Hold on 1 second, let me write that down. At 8, what did you say, 8:05 a.m., that would be wonderful. I'm wondering, is there any way to push this up to February?
Okay, we decided to tape off the edges so that we don't get glue where we don't need it and making it harder for us in the long run. So now we're going to put contact cement on. We're going to do one piece at a time and lay it down onto the board. So. Gone? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, we've got we've already glued down 2 pieces, and this is the 3rd one. And the difficulty is in getting it all lined up. So. And since it's contact cement, you really have to get it lined up. And that one gets flipped over that way because we still got that edge to do. We only did one edge at a time because yeah, that's good. It's all level.
Nice.
So that should work out nicely, and we got one more edge to do.
That all bulge up there.
Yeah, it's. I think I'm stuck with that because of the way it laid down onto the glue. So. Yeah,
Oh,
that's not bad actually. It doesn't.
I kind of goofed up there. The camera kind of went somewhere else as I was looking. That's pretty good. Stop.
Okay, it's time to do a little compression on it. So I'll just stack a couple of butcher blocks on it. Weight. Oh, missing some of it here. Okay. What we have is, originally, we had started to pre-punch this side, and we had it up to about here. But we stopped because we realized that we couldn't guarantee the exact placement of the holes. So we ended up, we're just going to use the top holes and we're just going to punch through, and that should work just fine. Otherwise we're going to be all over the place. So how's it going, Lynn? Are you having fun yet? We are sewing this so it wraps around the outside edge, but because we're doing that we have to pull the thread through so much. So she sews it along a little bit and then she pulls it all through. How fun. I can tell by your eyes. You are just enjoying it so much. So we did this in about an hour and a half. It's going to take a while. This is kind of a special thing just for me, obviously. I wouldn't want to do it for anybody else because it costs too damn much. Oh, look at all that string all over here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Patience is a virtue, Lynn. You got no snarty comments for me? For the audience?
No.
No, not even one little one? Okay. Okay, how we finished this is we've double threaded through about that many, and then we had pushed this one in behind these threads here, and now we put the needle in through one hole on the face and it's coming out here on the back face. We're going to pull the thread through and then just trim it here, and then we're going to super glue the back here on these few threads. This is. And then Lynn the super strong is Lynn the Hulk. Full, Lynn, full.
Oh.
You didn't get it?
Yeah, almost. I think if we didn't have the rubber, I don't know if we would have.
There you go.
Yay!
Okay. So now we just got to pull that thread through, and then we'll trim it, and then we'll crazy glue it, and yeah, all sorts of little things. Okay, so you pull the thread through. I'm not sure which end is the right end to pull. There you go. Okay, now let's just straighten this up a bit. Make it nice.
And that's John's thing. So, I'm going to let you... Were you threading a thread?
I was, but it wasn't successful, no.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so that's it. So that's how we're finishing it. I'm just sewing the inside ring here for the handle, and it is a whole nother kettle of fish. What happens sometimes is you'll come along and you'll go like this, and you will have this on the outside. Pull this one through. Yeah, and then you'll come along and do something foolish like that, and then of course that ends up wrapping like that. Yeah, no, this is a more concentrated effort to do the inside ring than the outside ring, that's for sure. Another problem with the inside string is you can quite easily get the needle in behind the old string, the one that's already been threaded, and if you get it the wrong way, you end up with a knot further down in your string, and you then got to undo it to get it corrected again. Just something else to watch for. It's a bit of a hassle. Okay, so we're just coming to the finish again. So what I've done is I've pushed the end of this thread in through here, in behind the holes. I'm going to finish threading this, and then I'm going to take this thread and run it in behind here with the needle. And oh no, we're going to bring it over to about here, somewhere in here, and then we're going to double up the stitching just for here, and then we're going to push the needle in through here behind these other threads, pull it tight, and that's the finish. There's no actual knot on these, at least not the way I've done it, and I hope it doesn't unravel. Okay, so I'm just going over and doing the double stitching, which just means going back over where there's already stitches, and I'll do that for a few stitches, and then I'm going to pull it halfway through and then feed it along here, and then push it back out, push the needle back out through one of these holes, which is quite difficult. Okay, so when you are doing the double stitching, the needle is pretty hard to get through. You have to find exactly the right spot. Okay, you get it halfway through like that. The only way to get it with the thread through is just to give it a good yard with a pair of pliers. Otherwise, good luck at trying to get it through. The other problem you run into when you're doing all of this is you have to untwist the line every so often, because it just all buggers up down here and twists itself. I'm not too worried about it now because I'm so close to the end. There we go. Wondering why this is a slow process. Just this little area here, this little triangle, probably took an hour and a half to stitch. And the bigger area, about 8 hours, I would say. Although if you got good at if you got good at it, it'd probably be less. Got a couple more to do, and then we're going to do the finish. one more and that'll be it. Okay. Now comes the fun. Okay, so what I got to do is get this one, but not push it through both of them, just through one of them. Lost it again. You want it to go to the back because you want it behind the threads initially. You can see it's not coming out here, but you can see the big bulge right there. That's where the end of it is. Need to do a little bit more. There we go. Not the best way to do this, I guess, with the phone. Now I got to pull it back across and then push it through one of the holes, if it'll go. Did last time, so. Of course, this is all being done totally blind. Yeah. You always know you're nearly finished when it's bloody impossible to do. You're doing the last little bit of problem solving. That's for sure. This is not going as nicely as the first one did. That much I can tell you. So what I'm trying to do is pull the needle down so that it will head back up through one of the holes. At the same time push it back so it comes out towards the hole, because when I threaded it through originally I went that way fairly flat. But now to get it back through one of the holes, it's got to come down and back. Hopefully it'll find a hole. Yeah, it's all kind of guesswork as to which hole is going to come through. There's no like, oh, I know. No. I think I got a chance at this one. Come on, little needle. Oh, bugger. Did not mean to do that. Definitely did not mean to do that. Oops, I better do it properly. Go behind the threads first. Then bend it down and back. Pulled it out again. Thought I broke my needle for a second there. Yeah, this is not that easy. Come on through. I know where you are. You just got to put your head through there, man. You actually see the balls right there. Now I've got to get the needle going at an angle that is high enough that it'll go back through the hole. Well, get rid of a piece of thread. You just got to remember to rethread it before when I get the needle in position. That'd be a sad day if I didn't. Oops. Well, finally, got the needle through. It was a bit difficult, but there should be. I just got to reattach the thread and pull it through. Okay. Okay. So, just pull it through. Nice and tight. Pull the other thread right the way through. And straighten it all up. Give it a snip. And that's it. C'est fini. Okay. Now to get all the hair out. That's how you finish it. Well, that's how I finished it anyways.